Stephanie gave us a pretty challenging number today, huh? I think it put us into the struggle zone a little bit, made us think. I like that. Thank you, Beth. All right. So we're going to continue on with our number talk now. So we're going to want to really think of some strategies. These are going to be a little trickier because we're actually going to use two-digit numbers in all our numbers today. Okay? So we're going to have to think quite a bit about these. So our first number sentence. Wow, that's a funny looking 3. Let's do that one. I can't write a 3. All right, 30 plus 30. Yeah, kind of. I know, I'm still working on it. And what was your strategy? Did you just know that? Because you've looked at numbers a lot?
I know 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay.
And just...
But you knew they weren't 3 anymore, right? All right. So 30 plus 30 is 60. And when we do have in full groups of 10, we can kind of look at this if these were ones, but we always know in the back of our head that they're still 10s. Okay? So even if we're comparing the 3s, we're not really just comparing 3 plus 3. It's still 30 plus 30, correct? Because we have to respect that place value. It's very important that we know whether it's if we were doing our base 10, we have to know whether it's a 10 stick or a 1's dot, right? Okay. So our next one that was awfully quick, Oliver.
So,
how did you figure this out? What was your strategy?
I took the 9 and the 9 together.
Okay, you composed a 9 and a 9.
So I added them together.
You're right.
And then I added the 2 10s together, the 2 10s together.
Or do we have 2 10s, or do we have, let's use good math terminology, because if I added 2 10s together, I would have 20. Exactly, so we added this 20 with this 20, so this was 20 plus 20 plus 18, right?
Yeah,
So 20 plus 20 equals 40, right?
yeah. And then if you add 18 together, it makes 58.
Give us reindeer ears if you agree. Looks like we're all in agreement. All right. Nice strategy. Okay, moving on. Ooh, it's getting trickier. Mabel. From the 8, gave it to 9. Okay. So that makes this 27, right? And that would make 10, which would make this what? Number what? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay. right, so you actually did that pretty quick. You just made, you made 29 a nice easy number that was friendly to work with, right? And then it made it easier for her to figure out what this nice friendly number added to that one is. Does anybody have a strategy that they may have used by relating it to our first one that is two very friendly numbers? What's that?
I do have a second one to relate it to.
I'm curious if anybody used our two friendly numbers to help them solve 28 plus 29. Yeah?
So I know that 30 plus 60,
Okay, she knows that 30 plus 30 is 60.
and then 29 is 1 less than 30.
So this is 1 less than 30.
And then the other 29 was 2.
We're on 28 though.
Oh. And then I knew that one was 2 less. And 30.
Two less than 30. So then what did you do? So she did 2 plus 1, so she knew she had 3, and she needed to take 60 minus 3.
So that
Seven. Very good. Everybody understand how she used that strategy of using her two very friendly numbers? She compared both from this to her two and how far away they were from the friendly number, which gave her 3, so she just had to take 3 away from the total of her friendly numbers. That's a really good strategy with some of the tricky numbers like that, knowing how far, because when we do some work in our notebooks about 1 away from 10, that's basically the same thing here. We're seeing how many away from 10 we are. Awesome. All right. And our last one here. Daniel, let's hear your strategy here.
well, I knew that 20 plus 20 is 40.
Okay.
And I took apart the 8 into a 2 and a 6, both 8s.
You made these both a 2 plus a 6. Okay.
And I added the 2 and the other 2 together to make 4.
Okay. Okay.
And I added the 6 and the 6 together to make 12. And 12 plus 4 is 15.
Is what?
It's 15.
Is it 15? Start at 12. Add 4 more. $16.
Right, that was 16 and 16 plus 40. Equals 56.
40 plus the 16 equals 56. That's definitely a method we could use. Do you think that took you a lot of thinking?
Yeah.
You think you could have maybe simplified it just a little bit and gotten to it a little quicker? Because although this is completely right, see how much stuff we have to keep track of? Sometimes when we keep track of this much stuff, what if I forgot this part of it? Then I would just have 6 plus 6 is 12, and I'd have 40 plus 12 is 52, and then I wouldn't have the right answer, right? What do you notice about these two numbers here, Daniel, the 8 and the 8? That they're a doubles fact, right? Exactly. So could we shorten up? I mean, you decomposed and decomposed and decomposed, which is a great strategy, but sometimes it's easier to decompose the simplest thing instead of trying to make it too complex. Because the more complex it gets, the easier it is to lose track of something. Okay? So let's think of this as we have our 20 plus 20, which is a double strategy, right? Gave us our 40. And now we have another double strategy. What's 8 plus 8? Yep. 8 plus 8 equals 16. So now we have 40 plus 16 equals 56. Right? See, so we eliminated a whole bunch of steps there. And it just made it less likely that we were going to misplace something. It was a great strategy, Daniel. Okay? You took yourself into the struggle zone. That's a good thing, okay? And sometimes it gets a little, our brain gets going too much, right? You did great, all right? Okay. Anybody have another way they might have done that? Maybe by comparing it to this one? Okay, we'll deal with it here in a second. It's not the end of the world. Taylor. So Taylor noticed this was the same, right? And she compared these and noticed that this was one less, right? So that means what do we do now? Did you guys hear what Taylor had to say right there? She's going to take 1 away from 57, which gives us an answer of 56. Everybody understand? Give me one of these. All right. Some very good strategies. And you can